Courtney Conlogue still in contention for that maiden world title. She's up against Tatiana Weston-Webb and Malia Manuel. She needs to keep on pace with Tyler Wright, who is now leading the race to the world title. She's already into the quarters, but this is a tough matchup. Malia, really nothing to lose. Likely she'll get that wild card for next season after missing some events this year. Already a heat win in the event in the first round. Tatiana, she looks like she's starting to warm up as well. This wave for the title contender.
So important to start off strong as we see Courtney trying to rack up some speed. Lays into that first turn. We were speaking about her ability to hold the rail. Just the power that she displays. Also the momentum through every turn. It's just such a welcome sight to see Courtney unleash on these Honolulu walls. She knows, like you mentioned, keeping pace with those world title contenders is what it's going to be all about for her. Oh, let's see how this one unfolds. You can see Tatiana getting sneaky there. Wow, interesting exchange there. Getting in a bit of a tussle.
Back to live action. Malia up. A couple of big turns on this ride. So on that road back from injury. And looking really sharp here on the open face. Tatiana now. She gets her opportunity to lock in a decent score. Beautiful backhand carve to get started. Back up into the pocket. And delivers a nice hit. Winding up once again. So some pretty major turns there. A good exchange. And we're going to see some solid numbers drop for all three competitors.
Good to see a quick start from all of the ladies, and then also that little bit of competitive energy in the lineup from Tatiana and Malia.
And a backhand approach like this, she's going to be on the championship tour for a number of years.
Oh, look at this wave that Tatiana has got herself into. That second turn, so crucial to keep it in that pocket. Does well to read this wave, and that third turn right there. That's going to be a highlight for the judges. And Malia, we've been speaking about the rail work of Courtney Conlogue and the power, but she has that in her repertoire too as she just goes to that second turn. So two big moves from Malia Manuel. Just beautiful, fluid surfing. You know what? That is so fair. As you see Malia, she's on that inside position, which says to me that she's got right away. Tatiana does her best to kind of cut across her, not just over the back of her, but right in front of her as she's trying to paddle into that wave. Just an interesting decision from Tatiana, especially it just being a few moments.
Rejuvenate her for this event and moving into the 2018 season.
I love having another look at this 717 from Malia for two power moves on a set wave. So the judges rewarding that power surfing.
It's not going to hold her back too much because she just put away a 7.83, so she's still out in front. But Courtney, a really good chance with a strong opening turn to take the lead, trying to hang on to this move. So really pushing hard, Courtney. You've got to love the effort, but a lack of control through that second maneuver. Meanwhile, out the back, Malia loading up. And she comes off the bottom, really finesses that rail through the face of the wave. Great style, nice little combo of turns. Malia trying to put away a solid score to go with the 7.17. That's going to help her cause. If you had to make the comparison, you'd probably say that there's guys on the men's tour like Zeke Lau who power their rail through the face of the wave, and then surfers like Fanning who almost knife their board through the lip. As we see Courtney up once again. It's going to get a little caught behind here. She'll go down, 24.5 minutes to go. But expecting a decent second score from Malia here. Interpretation though, isn't it? Because they weren't really riding the wave just yet.
Yeah, but I think when you have a look at this, you can see that Malia has that inside section and Tati cuts in front of her. I think that's when the discrepancy comes into play, is just cutting in front of your competitor like that. I don't know, Ronnie, it seems like maybe
there's no priority.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, she just had the clear line. She was further out than Blue. Blue crossed in front of her, and it just really blocked her opportunity for that wave. And we all felt up here that she had a clear line into it.
Yeah, Tatiana didn't even look like she was in a position that...
This is a look back at Courtney's 5.5 that she opened up with. I loved that first maneuver, very committed. A lot of downtime, though, to get to the second move here. as that wave starts to taper off. So 5.5, and you think about, had she done, you know, bigger moves on the outside section, she would have been well rewarded. So that 5.5, that fits neatly in the scoreline.
During the WSL post show, which is coming up after the third round. But right now, Tatiana trying to break out of a very tough situation, suffering an interference in the opening stages here. She has a 7.83. She's going to need more to get herself in front here. She throws a reverse on the closeout, but can't quite ride out. Right behind her, Courtney's going to get an opportunity. Drives up into the first section, kicks on that tail, sends plenty of water up into the sky. Now laying back and looking for an inside section to hit. And connects well with the oncoming left.
That was really great surfing from Courtney. Enjoyed that timing of that first maneuver. Courtney dropping in straight into that hit that gives her the opportunity to go at it again. That was the timing we were hoping for on an opening exchange. Then tries to mix it up with that layback. Maybe could have been a bit more dynamic on those last two maneuvers.
And we did feel the shift in the ocean, and so yeah, that opportunity came through, and I was pretty stoked.
Looking loose and relaxed. I'm kind of getting this feeling where, did you want more out of yourself in that heat?
You know, I think there's a couple. It's not that I'm a perfectionist so much as just there's a couple things where
Actually manufactured some numbers on some pretty average looking waves. She's been surfing very well.
Well, this heat actually started out with a bit of drama. That paddling interference on Tatiana Weston-Webb, and then Malia dropping hammers, a 717 for two maneuvers, dynamic on the outside, holding that rail. Just such finesse in her moves. You can see the way she's just holding that line the whole way through, backs it up straight up with that carving maneuver, and then doesn't stop herself from attacking that end section. And like you were saying, Ronnie, Courtney just taking those medium-sized waves and turning them into scores for herself. Opening exchange.
And back to live action now. Tatiana Weston-Webb stretching out, reaching for the opening of that barrel, and she goes down, body surfing her way through the pit there for a moment. But she's in a near impossible situation. So it's interesting to watch it play out.
We've also seen near perfect rides throughout the day. Steph, they belong to Steph, you know, Tyler Wright. You see her just barely surfing that one. That's some good perspective from a coach's point of view, just giving you an overview of the heat and what the other ladies have done to get their scores.
Malia up at the moment, trying to get rid of a 6 here to make life harder for Courtney. Nice first turn, putting it all on the line in these first couple of maneuvers, drifting the tail for a moment on that second move. And not done with this wave just yet. So just that solid combination on the outside once again, and that's where Malia's been collecting the majority of her points.
Wow, she is on at the moment. She is just putting together some beautiful rides.
The court at Wimbledon.
I know, all white. Keeping it traditional as you see Malia streaking down the line. Hammers that first section, but then straight into it, just releases that tail on that second maneuver, and does well to maintain that speed down the line and get that third move. Just good pace and timing. We've seen a lot of surfers get hung up and unable to get back out on the open face. Malia, although she frees the fins, she still gets a third maneuver in here.
2 minutes to go, and Tati's taking off at the moment. Trying to stall and find a bit of cover for the tube. And she's going to exit that ride. Just under 2 minutes remaining. And with not a lot of time on the clock. This is going to be a shot at it. A good-looking wall. Does she have the medal to get herself directly into the quarterfinal? She's going to stall and find some cover from the outset. Still in there, and she'll get the exit. Still rolling down the line. May need more. Nice roundhouse cutback. Draws off the bottom into this last section and slams it. Throws her hands up. 1 minute remaining. Great composure there from Courtney in the final stages here. Less than a minute to go. That probably will be her last shot at the number. And the heat's coming to an end. We've seen Courtney crumble before. She said she works on it. She surfs drills to try and get herself in these situations.
Okay, well, the only problem seeing this angle is just the fact that she didn't completely disappear. She wasn't deep enough in that barrel. She did so well under pressure, but I think she could have just got that touch deeper to get that big score.
And it's not over. Malia's up once again on the outside. And she's looking for a barrel ride really deep in this section. She's not going to find the exit, but looking from the channel angle.
This is the view that we had. Just beautiful style. I mean, wow, double hand grab too, to just slow herself down in that wall. And then even just going straight into this cutback. And you said it before she took off, you know, this is such a good pressure test for Courtney. I think she did so well on this ride, but here, this is the judge's angle, and you can tell that she doesn't disappear. You can always see just that nose of that surfboard peeking out from under the lip.
It's going to be so close. Will she get the score she needs? A 7.87 required. A strong performance from the Kauaian, who took that one out with a 7.17. Backed it up with another mid-range 7. And she hasn't dropped the heat yet. Looking very sharp as she powers through the Maui Women's Pro.